Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Memorial Day weekend and my parents have the kiddos for one day. So I am going to take advantage and do a self-care and a meal prep kind of day to make my breakfasts in the morning. It is raining cats and dogs right now, and I'm running, I don't want to say behind, but I like to be there earlier than expected. So I need to leave right now if I want to get to spin. And that's what we're going to do. It is raining, and my only concern with the rain is that where I go for spin, there's a lot of flooding all the time on the highway. I have to be a little bit more cautious when I'm driving. Now, I am leaving earlier because I know I had to fill up my tire. Luckily, I have a tire fix, like I have a thing that I use that can fill up a tire. And I have it in the car, so I'm going to be using that today. Right now, actually, I'm gonna put my things in my car and I'm gonna plug it in. The good thing is that it's a pluggable, like it plugs into like the cigarette port. I don't know if that's the name of it, but that's how I use it. Actually, let me see. It doesn't look like it needs to be filled up right away. So I'm gonna be able to go to spin. Like I'll drive there first and then on my way back after I find parking, I will fill up my tire. Also, these are things that I have for my car because I have an autistic child. So I have these, and this is really just to let other people know, and especially first responders. God forbid something happens. I have it everywhere. I have different ones. Like I have that one, it broke a little bit, but I'm always rebuying them. I have no problem doing that. Like I have one over here, and then I'll have one on this side as well. These things are lifesavers because you never know who you are going to be getting if God forbid there's an emergency. I highly, highly, highly recommend. And I'll link it below for my parents that have autism babies. It looks like I'm going to be able to just go. So I'm going to go. And I will see you guys when I get to spin. And then definitely after, because I cannot record while I'm in spin class. Spin is done. It is still raining like crazy. I did not bring my umbrella inside of spin because it just, for me, I feel like it didn't make sense. I usually use a small little bag, super tiny. I got this at Walmart for 15 bucks. It's the dupe for, that brand. But this is my spin bag. I use it only for spin. Obsessed with it. And yeah, now we are gonna head home. Things on the to-do list today are spin, which I just finished. Then we have dishes. I want to shower, do my hair, and then I'm gonna meal prep. And I'm also gonna show you how I do my coffee, which is super, super simple. I don't do anything too much. A lot of people say that I do coffee the old-fashioned way, but gets the job done. So I'll see you guys at home. All right, so I am back from spin, Trader Joe's. I also filled up the car, and when I got home, I realized I did not have to do dishes because hubby woke up and did the dishes. I am now going to show you guys what I got for this quick spread. Hubby's unbagging for me, and I just want to show you. So I got my regular standard home style Angus beef meatballs. I absolutely love these for a snack for myself, or when I want to do something light. You can just pop them in the oven if they're in the freezer for like 20 minutes, and then you could take them out, and I finished them on the stove. Then we got some kosher stew meat. I also got some drumsticks. Hubby likes his bacon. I got some hash browns. I've been doing burritos lately and like chicken salads, so I decided to get organic skinless chicken breasts, and these are individually wrapped, which is amazing because it's super beneficial. I like to do a lot of pastas on our weekly menu, and the kids sometimes are over it and they definitely like their bread. So I figured a new way to entice them is with garlic cheese breadsticks. The kids are not really fruit eaters, but they will eat a mandarin, and they say it's just because it tastes like juice, but obviously we all know that that's where you get orange juice from. So I got them their oranges, their mandarins, and one way that I get them to do a fruit is if they want a regular snack that's a little bit more sugar, I make them eat a mandarin before that. Then baby girl loves her chocolate chip cookies from Trader Joe's. If you know, you know. Hubby likes them too, if you can hear in the background. He just opened his own packet. We have our white bread. We like our split top hot dog buns. So we're hot dog eaters in this house. We like chicken hot dogs. We did a split top bun. And my honorable mention, I absolutely love it. I've been hooked ever since TGI Fridays. I don't know if they still sell them at TGI Fridays, but it is pumpernickel bread. Now, a lot of places do not sell pumpernickel bread, but Trader Joe's does. I can't even explain how good this bread tastes and makes me feel. But I eat it with everything. I will do ham and cheese sandwiches. I love specifically to do it with tuna. A tuna sandwich on pumpernickel bread is just absolutely divine. Then we got our regular pasta sauces. I got Acacio de Pepe pasta sauce. It's actually really, really good. I needed to restock. And then we got today I got vodka sauce, which I never really get, but I decided to switch it up. And then we got our bolognese sauce for our pasta. And that's about it. All of this was a total of $190. So I did pretty good. Okay, now we're just gonna put this away, and then I'm gonna get back on task with the things I'm gonna do today, which is shower, do my everything shower, and then start meal prepping. I am done taking an everything shower. I was able to do my hair. I have on a cute little outfit. Nothing too crazy, but nice and monotone. We are wearing navy blue today because it matches really well with the burgundy reddish hair. However, that's not why we're here. We are going to meal prep. And I promised I was going to show you guys my coffee order. And honestly, I think it's one of the most modern, traditional ways to drink coffee. I do not do all of that extra razzle dazzle, but I definitely have a little process. And my first process is to make it at home, okay? It's very, very rare that I actually drink coffee outside or purchase coffee outside. I am a in-home coffee girl. Now, I have a Mr. Coffee. I've had an espresso. I've had all of the other ones, but I feel like this one is the best one for what I like and also my routine. It's very standard, but it has a glass coffee. What are these called? Coffee cup? Not a coffee cup. I don't know what this is called. Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. But got one of these, and I love this part of the routine. I usually put 4 cups in it because I like to drink coffee in oversized mugs. And then the coffee, I always have it in my own little jar. But this is actually old school Café Bustelo, okay? This is what I drink. It's very rare that I stray away from it. But if I am caught drinking anything else, no, it's Bustelo. It's Bustelo. It's just a regular standard Bustelo. I do have other coffee. I have tried other coffees, and I don't know. It's just something about being able to get it. You know, it's easily accessible. It's in most major stores. This makes my life happy. I like consistency and dependability. So Café Bustelo is very dependable. It is reliable. It is something that I know I can get and go. I know what it tastes like. I don't have to go all over the place and do 100 different things. It's gonna get the job done. And honestly, I drink coffee for the taste. I don't really even drink it for the caffeine, if I'm gonna be completely frank. So long story short, Café Bustelo. Now, once I've entered 4 cups of water, I already put the coffee grounds on the top. And then Mr. Coffee actually has a hours, minutes, strength, decaf, brew later, and brew stop. All I do is strong and
start because we're a simple girl. We got to do a lot of things. And once that gets started up and running, I will then heat up a little bit of milk, and that's it. I will add my coffee. I'll pour my coffee with my milk, and then I'll add some sugar. Y ya. Not doing nothing else. Sidebar. Before, I used to drink coffee with creamer, but then I ended up downloading the Yuka app. It has a carrot on it. The main screen is a carrot, and it kind of rates and tells you all of the good products that are out there for food, and like on a scale from 0 to 100, how good it is and how many like ingredients it has and chemicals and stuff like that. So when I noticed that the creamers are like 0 out of 100, I stopped immediately. Let's be frank. Coffee is a necessity to a lot of people, but it's honestly an optional drink. You can survive without coffee, okay? For the most part, you can survive without coffee. So if I'm gonna have an optional drink like coffee, I'm not gonna add creamer to it because it's kind of like, it's irrelevant. It's pointless. It doesn't make sense to do it. At least for me, in my personal opinion. Now, don't even get me started with the calories in creamers. A lot of creamers have 0 calories, but then they have an ingredient list that's like super long. So I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so we're sticking to the basics: coffee, milk, and sugar. That's it. Let me know if you thought my coffee order was ridiculous. Let me know if you thought that I was out here doing the most. That does not go without saying. I'm not against it. I'm not above it. But for me, for what works for me right now, it's very simple, very, very basic. And I love that for me. I usually do 4 cups of coffee because I like to drink out of really oversized mugs. I don't know if you can see them here, but I have one for every, feeling. And today we're going with one of my favorites. It's kind of like a terracotta feel. Pretty big. Like you can see, it's pretty huge. I fill it up to the top, but I never actually drink all of the coffee. And I got this at Walmart for it's the Mainstays brand. I purchased it at Walmart. And they always have different variations with the seasons and holidays. So I'm sure you can get something very similar to this still today because I just got this year. But yeah, I will pour my coffee in here. Sometimes when I'm really busy or I'm doing things throughout the day, I will go ahead and I have my Owala cup, and this is my outside coffee tumbler. This is a 20-ounce bottle, and it will keep your coffee super, super, super hot. It is not getting cold in here, okay? I love this thing. It's leak proof. And they come in different colors and variations. But I figured I like things to be monotone, one solid color. So this was the closest that I got to a solid color in Owala because they like to do a lot of color blocking. So keep that in mind. However, also worth mentioning, at Walmart, this is like my coffee drawers. In Walmart, they have these cups, these to-go cups, for $1. Okay, $1. And this is my normal everyday. This is when I'm feeling whimsical. I use the pink, or usually when I'm in the home. Honestly, when I'm in the house, I use this one a lot when I'm in the house. And then my seasonal, I usually only use this during Christmas time because it's Christmas time, okay? But I have these. I love these. These are not insulated, but they were only $1. And it also really helps sometimes when I have people over, which is very rarely. When I have people over and they want coffee, but all of my mugs are personalized to me. I'm sorry. I promise you I will give you coffee if you come to my house, but you're not getting my personal coffee mug. I will give you one of these. And it's easier. I feel like it's a little bit more stable. Whoever's walking around with me and talking, if I'm hosting, they can drink from their coffee mug, like from their tumbler. I've actually heard really good things about it. They're like, oh, this is nice, And it's true. It is nice. So these are always on sale at Walmart for $1. I haven't seen them higher than that. So I definitely recommend you getting some of these. And they're plastic. Yes, they're plastic. But okay, my coffee is almost done. I'm going to put it in my mug because we're going to be home. and then we're gonna start meal prepping. And what I wanna show you today is my breakfast meal prep. We're gonna do breakfast today. We're gonna do my morning breakfast. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a change of plans. We're not doing meal prep. We're actually gonna go to Home Depot because we realized, and I say we because hubby's coming with me, but I realized during the meal prep that we have a storage situation. We have a storage problem and we need to get that fixed. And that's just what we're gonna do. So we are going to Home Depot to get this situation resolved by purchasing a deep freezer. So that is gonna give us organization. That will give us peace of mind, honestly, looking for things. And it's just gonna give us a little bit more structure when it comes to meal planning and just everyday life, actually doing the food and heating up food and just all of those things. And it will also help with, I feel like, budgeting, because we'll have a deep freezer where we'll be able to store food that's more budget friendly in bulk. Hubby mentioned that, so shout out to him. And yeah, so come with us, quick impromptu little field trip to Home Depot. All right, so we made it. One thing I love about being in my area where I live is that everything is literally like 15 minutes driving distance. So now we just have to find appliances. So we came, we saw, and we conquered. It was actually pretty fast. The one that we're looking at, they have it on display. So let's go check out the display. And fun fact, this is where I bought my freezer, my fridge back in December. But this is gonna be the deep freezer. It's super big, which is gonna do the job for what I need. And it's also gonna fit perfectly on the side of the island buffet in the back of the kitchen where I have my coffee. And we don't actually need anyone to help because it's right here, which is perfect. And as you can see, they have multiple in stock, but there's two on the floor right here. So we're just gonna grab one of these. And that was pretty fast and standard. So this little field trip, that's it. This was a lot sooner and faster. I asked hubby if it was heavy. He said, not really, but he's strong, so he don't know. All right, that's it. This was less than a 30-minute situation. All in all, under an hour. I think this is the fastest Home Depot run I have ever done. Now, granted, I used to do construction. I used to be a construction worker for Local 7. Tile, marble, and terrazzo. I used to come to Home Depot all the time. And I would be here for a while. People always thought it was interesting because hubby and I would both come, and I would be in my uniform, my standard construction uniform, and he would be in his uniform, which was always like MTA bus operator. They always assumed that we would come to Home Depot and he would be the one getting supplies, when in reality, it was me. Now, it's not like that. I am a stay-at-home mama, and he is still working for the MTA as a bus driver, and we just make it work. But okay. This vlog consisted of self-care, and honestly now, it's looking like a little bit of proactive lifestyle, because in order for me to meal prep, we realized that there was a huge issue and we needed to get a deep freezer. So we did spin. Oh, and I also got a light. This light went viral on TikTok a while ago and it was like $50. Now it's $24.99 at Home Depot. All in all, it was a great day. I showed you guys spin. I showed you guys my coffee order and took you guys to Home Depot. Reality of my life, which is sometimes things that are planned do not always go as planned. See you guys next week. Okay, so before I end the vlog, I don't know if you guys remember last week's video when we went to Orchard Beach, and prior to that we had some pizza, and I said that the pizzas were really, really big. But I didn't actually show you guys the video of how big those pizzas were. Here we are. It is Castle Hill in the Bronx, and the place is called Franks Original Pizza Italia. This is not in any way, shape, or form sponsored, but the pizzas are huge, guys. And I'm gonna show you how big they are right here. Here. You see how big that is? Do you see it? Come to Frank's.